Hello and welcome back to Belky's Twist. Today I am sharing with you my easy Latin style whole roasted chicken. Now, making this recipe has never been easier. You can shop all these ingredients via SideChef's Walmart grocery feature by adding this recipe to the cart right now. And guess what? You also get 15-day free trial to Walmart Plus for even more benefits like free unlimited delivery, member prices on fuel, and so much more. Click on the link below to learn more about Walmart Plus and start your 15-day free trial today. Now let's get cooking. We have a whole chicken here, and one of the great things about butterflying, which is what we're gonna do right now, is that the chicken cooks so fast. Oh, it's crazy. I have the oven at 500 right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the spine from this chicken. Actually, maybe I'll start right on this side. And you'll see, it's a little, tough to do. Put a little bit of force in there. And of course, be careful that you don't cut yourself. Make sure you use very sharp kitchen shears and you'll be fine. And sometimes you gotta do a little, there you go. Give it some force. We just got this one all done. We're gonna flip it over. Actually, I'm gonna keep it right here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead here. See? Some force. You're gonna see this? You don't throw this out. You actually keep this so that you can use it as the base to make some chicken broth. Yay! So you never let anything go to waste. So now our bird is ready to go. I've already cleaned the outside and everything. So this baby is it's ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and place my chicken right here. We're gonna go ahead and season the bird. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go and add olive oil into a bowl, adobo, and I'm not gonna do the whole entire thing. I'm gonna leave about 1 tablespoon of it. Oregano, culantro y achiote, paprika, sounds good, right? Garlic powder, pepper, and salt. So now all of them are just waiting for me to just put them and mix them together. Look how beautiful the color is. And all that is gonna translate to beautiful browning on this chicken. I'm so excited. So that's it. It's very, very simple. It took like 3 minutes to put these in this bowl. So it's very, very fast. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and my hands are clean, and I'm going to just add it, like just spread it over the bird. There you go. So cute. And I'm facing it towards you right now because I want you to see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and lift the skin up ever so slightly and very, very carefully. And then I'm going to take some of this. You want to add some of that in there because this will give it so much flavor. It'll just get right into that breast. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing, magical. You know I love to cook when I'm like amazing, magical. So here you go. This chicken is basically ready to go in the oven, of course. And because we've butterflied it, it's gonna cook so much faster. This one is about 5.5 pounds, so I'm giving it about 45 minutes at 500. And if you see that it's burning for any reason, just lower it to maybe 425 if you think it's too much, right? So then go ahead, anything that's left over that's from the mixture, just go ahead and just put it up top. Make sure you get every little crevice, every little bit. And that's it. We're ready to go. We're going to put this baby in the oven. Look at this beautiful chicken. It's absolutely perfect. Yes, you might see some browning, but that's all that beautiful adobo and culantro y achiote. Just nice and melded in there. I cannot wait to serve it with some rice and beans. And that's coming right out. Y'all just gotta wait. Oh, look at that. It just breaks right off. Oh my God. I can't wait to eat it. Look, it just comes right off. Like, look how tender that is. It's perfection. It's absolute perfection, and I can't wait to eat it. I'm going to restrain until I have the rice and the beans, but this is insane. This is what I live for, just cooking food like this. Today, I am sharing with you my onion rice recipe. Remember, you can shop all of these ingredients via SideChef's Walmart grocery feature by adding this recipe to your cart right now. And you also get a 15-day free trial to Walmart Plus for even more benefits. I've already started the recipe by slicing my onions. You can chop them if you'd like. You can add more onions if you want as well. But I like to see the onions sitting in the rice. And that's how my mom taught me to make this rice. So therefore, I slice them and then I cut them in half so that they're not too big. I also took my cilantro and I chopped off the stem, like the longer part. It's about 1/4 of a bunch that I have here. And then I did a nice rough chop on the rest of it. And you'll have a few stems here and there, but nothing crazy. And it's gonna be something that we're gonna add on like later on in the recipe so that they don't wilt too much and you get that green inside that rice with the onions. I'm very excited to share with you. I'm gonna start off with some oil. Now this is corn oil. It's just gonna put a tiny bit of oil, maybe about, I don't know, 2-3 tablespoons. And if you're a cook, you kind of get it. You kind of go with the flow and you see what you think is too much or too little, but that's about the amount that you need. And of course, we have all the ingredients in the recipe for you. We're going to add the onions, and then you're gonna be careful because you can get burned if the oil is too hot. And we're gonna cover it just for a little bit and let it sit just a little bit, like a minute. Don't touch it, just let it sit there for like a minute and it's gonna get a little bit of color. Okay, so it's been about a minute and I'm gonna go ahead and, ooh, this looks awesome. So it's starting to get a little bit of color, just a tiny little bit. So you can see some of these pieces right there. Woo. And it smells insanely delicious. It's a very simple rice recipe, but has a lot of flavor. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. I wanna get it nice and browned, maybe a minute or two. If you come close, you'll see they're kind of a little bit burning, but not really. They're actually caramelizing. Sometimes we can think it's burning, but it's not. We're gonna add the rice. Now, previous to this, I actually got the rice into some water and I just rinsed out the starch from the rice. And then here it's gonna sound like it's burning, but it's not. It's actually just getting that rice because it's a little bit moist. So it's kind of melting in that onion right into it. And you're just gonna keep going at it and stirring it for a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes before you add your water and then your salt and then a little bit more oil. But right now we're doing really, really good. It smells delicious. So this is kind of what we're looking for. If you want to come close, you'll see the rice took on a little bit of browning, just a tiny little bit of browning from the browning that you see in the pot. So it's very, very simple. And now I'm going to add 4 cups of water because I did 3 cups of rice. So doesn't that sound great? I love it. So I'm going to do 4 cups of water. 3 cups of rice. Let this come to a boil. We're gonna actually, before that, we're gonna add salt. It's gonna be so good. And then we're gonna let this come to a boil. And after that, we're gonna cover it and cook it for about 20 minutes on low. But that's after we have it come to a boil. And right now, I'm gonna cover it so it comes to a boil quicker. That's my trick. So the rice, as you can tell, has absorbed a lot of that water, and that's kind of it. It's ready. I'm gonna put in a little bit of oil. And then I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. And the oil is just to make sure that it doesn't stick to the pan and it's a little bit more moist. That's what the oil helps, corn oil specifically. And we're gonna go ahead and cover this for about 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll lower the heat to low. Medium low will work, and you'll notice that once the 20 to 25 minutes are up, that it's ready because the rice will be nice and fluffy and loose. So let's have patience and wait for that. It's been about 20 to 25 minutes, and the rice looks beautiful, nice and fluffy. And all I'm going to do right now is add my cilantro. There you go. And that's basically the last step in this. It's going to wilt a little bit because of the heat of the rice. And excuse me, but I have to use metal because the wood's not helping me very much, when it comes to stirring this. But here we go. It looks beautiful. I love the green that the cilantro gives it. Oh, it's beautiful. See? Look at that. And then the onions are just kind of melted in there. Oh, delicious. Check it out. There you go. There you go. So the rice is ready. Here you go. Beautiful. So we're going to have this, obviously, for dinner tonight. I am making Gandules Guisados. That's what we call it in Spanish, but in English, it translates to stewed pigeon peas. You can shop all of these ingredients via SideChef Walmart grocery feature by adding this recipe to your cart right now. You also get a 15-day free trial to Walmart Plus for even more benefits. Let's have some fun making this recipe. This is the Gandules Guisados that I have grown up loving my whole life. I'm going to start by putting in some lime juice. Oh, I love the sound of that. Some white vinegar, corn oil, minced garlic. And if you notice, and if you come close, you'll see everything's coming together beautifully. And I have it over a medium heat right now. I'm going to add adobo. So right here, I'm mixing the adobo in. And the adobo is going to give it so much flavor. And of course, cilantro, because we love cilantro. And it looks beautiful already as it is. If you want to check it out, it's awesome. Look at that. And I have it over medium heat because I don't want it to bubble up like tomatoes sometimes do. And I'm going to add my trio. So my trio is red peppers, green peppers, and yellow onions. And I've sliced them instead of, chopping them. But you can chop them too if you don't want the big chunks. But I love the big chunks when I'm serving myself. And then this is just going to stay here for about, 5 minutes at the most, like really at the most. I'm going to let it soften, like I said, just a little bit. And then we're going to add the gandules and some water. And that's all it is. It's so simple. It's crazy. Like everyone should just have this and always make it and have like chunks, have a ton of them in the refrigerator because they're that simple. And you just serve it over anything that you like. In this instance, we're going to serve it over rice and chicken, like a nice, beautiful, golden roasted chicken. We have some veggies that are nice and tender now, and I'm going to add the pigeon peas, and they have their own liquid from the can, and that's going to go in. And now I'm going to be adding 8 ounces of water. And remember, you already had the water or the juices from the can. So keep those. Don't worry about them. They're perfect. And then we're just going to let this simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to decide how soft I want them and also how thick I want them. So I'm going to show you a trick in a little bit on how to make them thicker if that's the type of bean that you love. You're going to love it. You'll see. We'll be right back. It's about ready, and I want to show you one trick. So if you come close, the beans are perfect. These pigeon peas, gandules, are just about right, but you can do something else to make it even thicker than this, and that is you take a strainer spoon or just a strainer and you move in some of the pigeon peas and even whatever comes in there, and you just go ahead and mash them up. Mash them up. Let them come in here. And then you grab another stack of them and you do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then you let it cook for maybe another 5 minutes, and it will just get thicker and thicker and thicker with the more that you do. The liquid is a lot thicker now, as you can tell. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's ready. It's ready to serve. So I'm going to get to it, and I'll be right back. 3 delicious recipes ready for you. We started with our Latin style roasted chicken. That was whole, but we butterflied to make it so much quicker for you to cook. We did our onion rice and our Gandules Guisados, which of course means our stewed pigeon peas. Remember, all 3 recipes are shoppable through SideChef's Walmart grocery feature. That's it. All you have to do is add it to your cart and you're ready to go. And now I'm ready to give this a taste. Are you with me? Of course, I'm going to start with the chicken because, well, how can I not start with the chicken? And because, ooh, oh my God, that was so tender. It just came right off as I pulled it. So here we go. I'm actually going to try this really quick. Oh my God, just look at that skin. It's perfection. It's the way that I like my skin. I love it. It's perfect. I'm going to give the rice a taste because, of course, it has the cilantro, it has the onions. Very good. And then I'm going to go in and taste the gandules. Trust me, I wouldn't even breathe in between if it wasn't because I'm taping this for you guys. I'd be like, you know, like the cartoons where you're going to shove everything in your mouth. That's what I would be doing. But right now, I'll be civil and I'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you make it so you gobble this up the same way that I'm doing it right now. Bye. Thank you. This is so good. You need to try it, David. Oh my God. This is probably the best chicken I've ever made in my whole life. Like, really.